out on the street, like, you want to talk to on my podcast, you know?
Uh, yes, the thing is, uh,
That's the problem. It's not that not doing it. It's saying find the people, the right people, not
but
just some random person.
I think around here we have, in one aspect, an incentive from the government to promote events and situations like that where you have the opportunity to express yourself and share to other people your point of view and bring out of them like the best they have to offer. So uh, maybe I think the good ideas start like that from this kind of wish.
Yeah, but then again, like, where do you start? Like, where do you go? Who do you talk to? What do you do? What
Uh,
kind of people? Those are all questions I have no answers to.
Me and Ronaldo, when we started our musical project in 2003,
2003. Wow.
we created a project and Lei de Incentivo à Cultura. We got it approved in Brasilia
Mhm.
by the government, but I was the one who chickened out. I was too afraid because
What was it?
the government, they would pay us, he would give us an incentive like 40,000 reais back then. If it was today, it would be something like 300,000.
How did you get this? What is this? What kind of channels are these? What can I? How can I do this? Because I got a lot of ideas.
There was a guy in Araújos.
Mm-hmm.
He worked in Brasilia, and he created that kind of project. Do you remember when we went to
But
the
how do
city
you know? 'Cause
hall?
I'll research it. But how do I? What kind of channels do I go to? Flyers.
I think the name of the law is Aldir Blanc, something like that. Do you remember when we went to the city hall? The lawyer there,
Mhm.
she mentioned it to you.
No,
No, really?
no. It's just saying that. Yeah, that's probably why I didn't. Because she was talking about other things,
Mm-hmm.
or maybe probably just because of that. She said this strange name, and I'm like, what is that?
Yes, I searched about it. I was in Caldas Novas. Have you heard about Caldas Novas, Goiás?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
There was,
Aldir.
I think the name is Aldir Blanc.
He's a Brazilian author.
Uh, but it's a
Yeah,
project.
Política Nacional Aldir Blanc, Minister.
I will send you the link later, okay, about it.
Because if they fund projects, I can make a good proposal.
Yes,
That's not a problem.
I would like to tell you about it. Ela tá lá na sua casa? Viu? We were in Caldas Novas. There was this kind of street artist.
Mm-hmm.
He made this caricature of my daughters on the street.
Mm-hmm.
And I had the feeling to ask him, do you get money from the government?
You did for free?
No, he asked for money.
Oh, okay. That's random then.
I paid.
Yeah.
I paid 50 reais for each one of my girls.
Mm-hmm.
But I was wondering because he was too relaxed for a street artist. And I asked him, by any chance, do you get any money from the government? For example, Lei Aldir Blanc? And he said, yes. Do you know the law? He said,
that's one thing I love about Brazil. There's a good thing there because there's so many little things that if you know, like for example, and I don't feel wrong doing this because it's my right.
Mm-hmm.
But I can't. I don't because I don't have the money. But if I wanted to buy a car right now, zero, I don't have to pay IPVA or IPI.
Mm-hmm.
So if a car is like 100,000 reais, I would pay like 75,000 reais.
Yes.
For example,
Mm-hmm.
That's my right because of my disease.
Mm-hmm.
It's my legal right. I also have a legal right for passe livre.
Mm-hmm.
I could travel on bus in Brazil for free. And I also have a right to I could retire and get paid a salary minimum for the rest of my life.
Yes.
But I won't do that. I would do the car because that's not wrong. But for me to work and say I can't work, I don't feel right doing that
But-
for 1,000 reais.
The thing is, there are people from the city.
Mhm.
My mother-in-law, she was telling me that
Mhm.
her son will have an interview, examination with a psychiatrist, and there is a lawyer. She is providing the papers for him to retire.
Mhm.
And she said that there are some people here in the city, for example, they get this benefit.
I've met 3 people with
Yes.
the benefit. And also, if you have AIDS, you get the benefit and stuff as well. If you have schizophrenia, you can get the benefit. I know a man with schizophrenia
Yes.
who gets the benefit. One of my good friends, his son is disabled. They get the benefit because of his son. And I'm not, I mean, like, my friend, I've watched him deteriorate since I first moved to Brazil till now. Now he's like, now he messages me and tells me like there's people outside like watching. I can't even reply because I'm like, I'm gonna say like, Paul, the people aren't watching you.
Yes.
It's it's really sad, but
Mhm.
he gets benefits because schizophrenia. And for me, honestly, if he didn't get benefits, he can't work. He's too messed up. It's
Yes.
getting worse. He's getting worse. He's to the point where I don't feel comfortable if I went back to Pernambuco in his house because I feel like he's getting to that point where he might kill me.
Yes,
It's
it's
that
so
kind of
dangerous.
schizophrenia.
Yes, he can kill you, and
It's gotten crazy.
yes,
And
Not
like the
even
stuff he
noticing.
messages me is wild. And I feel bad to him, talk to him and stuff, but you know, I think it's good that he at least has some way to take care of himself.
let me focus in here
Oh,
on
sorry.
my recording.
It's my attention deficit.
I am
I am attention deficit. I used to take medication.
I am thinking about YouTube here.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Justin, let me ask you a question.
Mhm.
Try to give like a 3-minute answer if possible.
Mhm.
By the way, I love your long answers,
Mhm.
but I'm trying to think about an audience here.
Yeah. Mhm.
Who can follow you
Yeah.
only in the shallow waters.
Okay.
Okay. What kind of Brazilian music do you like to listen to nowadays?
Nowadays, there's not really anything I listen to from now. There are.
Well, sorry, when I say nowadays, it's not like artists,
Current.
yes, current artists, but Brazilian, it can be old artists.
Well, I personally don't really listen to much music in Portuguese because I think culturally it doesn't match with me. Like, you know, like if I hear sertanejo, it's just not something that combines well with me. And truly, a lot of music in Portuguese, I don't really understand what they're saying, so it just doesn't have that.
But what kind of music do you think it matches to your taste, to your identity?
There are a lot of indie alternative bands. I don't really know any by particular, usually in Sao Paulo, but
Mhm.
no one knows about them.
But in English, something that you listen in English, only for me to get to know you better here.
There's a couple. Well, but it's so different. So many different things I like. Because I do like, you know, grunge, for example. But if I was to cut out like rock, like Foo Fighters, which I love, and say like alternative, I would say, for example, there's bands like Modest Mouse, Vampire Weekend, Arcade Fire, just independent. Let's say independent music.
I will have to check out all these bands because I have never heard of them.
Yeah, I love Modest Mouse, and so it's usually more about the art form than the actual. Like for example, Vampire Weekend. It's not really the type of band I like, but why I do like them is because all of them are graduated from Harvard in music,
Mhm.
and throughout their music, it's very deep, and they usually use instruments from around the world, and it's more like pop music actually. But I like it because it's so artistic.
Do
It's
they
so artistic. It's brilliant.
do they explore like with new instruments, something like that, or new
No,
sounds?
but like you have a song, and the whole song is just mixing like reggaeton, African beats, and some like country music be on one song,
Nice.
and it would be something else. And they do have like some deeper meaning. There are people who graduated from Harvard. Well, I can't like their music reflects that, and the way they're experimental.
I already forgot the name.
It's called Vampire Weekend.
Vampire.
I don't like their new music, but they have a first album called Vampire Weekend, and they have another one called Contra, and they're very interesting. They're kind of experimental. They're poppy. I don't really like pop music, but they're poppy. But I think it's brilliant the way they make the music. It's so different. It's so different. That's why I like it.
Let me ask another question, okay? Do you have enough time to do the things you like to do in your routine, or do you wish you had more time?
I wish my time was better managed. Because, for example, I'll have 2 hours of class, and I'll have 30-minute break, and then I'll have another class, and then I'll have a 30-minute break, and then I'll have lunch, and then I'll have a 2-hour break, and then I'll have an hour and a half of class, then I'll have a 3-hour break, and then I'll have another class, and then I'll have a 1-hour break, and then I'll have another class. So in between those times, it's hard for me to focus on one thing. Let's say I want to study computer science. Well, I can't really focus for 1 hour.
Yes.
It takes me an hour just to focus because I don't know if I've ever told you this, but I've been ever since as a child through an adulthood, I've been diagnosed with attention deficit disorder. And so I don't use it as an excuse. You know? But actually in my childhood, I always took medication in school because all my teachers went crazy because they'd always tell my parents, they're like, Justin's not in class. Because they'll be talking to me, I'm just like, looking out in the world, looking out in the world, never present. I hated school. I thought school was the worst torture. Oh my God, school was horrible because it was so boring. Like, I can't believe people. So that's why I think I view school as like an important system of society, but I don't feel like it's being utilized effectively because to me, I learned nothing in school. School was the biggest waste of my life. If you just let me not go to school, I probably would have been more successful.
Yes.
And honestly,
what bothers me about school is the fact that the student, they stay sitting down for so many hours.
But to answer your question, do I have enough time to do what I want to do? Sure. I have more time than most people, honestly. I work on average 4 to 5 hours a day.
But I would like to ask you, for example, in this 3-hour gap you have between one class and another, what do you usually do? Because you have some considerable amount of time there, but how do you manage that? Do you relax or do you try to put your focus on
I
something
should
productive?
focus, but think about it. If I only get those 3 hours in the middle of the day to do something, I probably don't want to study.
Yes.
I probably want to play a video game or something. But usually, like today, for example, or yesterday, not today. Yesterday I studied. I was actually looking at Tutor LMS, one of those WordPress things I was telling you about. So I was looking at the documentation of it. But I had about 3 hours, and I got to stay for about 1 hour because I can't focus. To me, I feel like I wish my ideal life. I wish I could have more dedicated time, like work 8 o'clock to 2 o'clock, stop, and then I could start. I work better when I could start and stop one thing, and start and stop another thing. Because I start and stop one thing just to start and stop another thing, knowing I have to restart this other thing. And to me, my brain doesn't work that way.